So I'm here today in 9 Elms, Battersea, ready for my physio session with Physio Adrian. We've been working on my running gait over the last couple of weeks. So we've been doing some work on my shin splints and my quad strain and basically getting me back to full fitness post the Goggins challenge. So here we go.
So earlier this year I took part in the David Goggins 4x4 by 48 hour challenge, where you run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. I knew something was up with my legs, but I'd started, so I had to finish. Turns out I had shin splints on my right leg and a gluteal tendinopathy and quad strain on my left leg. So with each strike of the ground, there was just pain sort of rippling up from my body, and I've not really experienced that kind of pain whilst running before. Later into the challenge, adrenaline was running and I was able to run pain-free, but after the challenge finished, it just took a long while to get back to running pain-free. And with the help of Physio Adrian, he basically looked at my running gait, gave me some strength and conditioning work to do to target the soleus muscle, which is usually the culprit for shin splints, and then also increase some quad strength. So fast forward to now, I've been training with Adrian for a few weeks and I'm running stronger than ever. Here's a look at how I went from being injured to recovered with Physio Adrian.
Hey, how you going? My name is Adrian from R&D and the running room here in 9 Elms, Battersea. What we have here is a instrumented treadmill. So we have a pressure plate that lives underneath the belt of the treadmill. And then we connect that up with 2 high-speed cameras that capture your movement from behind and from the side. And then what we can get is, you can see here on the screen, you can get your accurate joint angles in real time, which gives us not only accurate information, but actionable information as well, where we can try and make changes with your running, try and make improvements on overstride, pronation, or on your toe off, or wherever your running is lacking and what your running goals are. So I've been working with Nik. We're trying to make him a lot more symmetrical and efficient post-injury. When Nik first came in, we saw that he was quite stiff through his knee on his left-hand side, not getting enough flex, and then as a result, that was starting to bring on a lot of issues through his left quad and in through the other side as well with compensation. So over time, with some strength work alongside some running work and some cueing, we've been progressively getting him to load and flex his knee more, and that's been helping with clear up a lot of the symptoms. There still is a bit of a side-to-side difference, although Nik isn't running with any symptoms, which is great. We do want to keep pushing on to keep getting that as symmetrical as possible, so that way you can keep pushing on, we can keep pushing for faster speeds and know that the system is working as efficiently as it needs to.
So in week 1, we started out by dropping the pace right back to my easy running speed, around 11 kilometers per hour, or 5 minutes per K, around that mark. This lowers the overall force that you put through your legs. So I ran unprompted for the first round. We just did a couple of 100 meters, a kilometer on the treadmill, just enough time to record some visual information and record some pressure information. And then I ran with the run soft prompt. So basically Adrian just says run soft, and then you kind of think about landing with soft feet, and that helps you become more aware of the amount of force that you're putting through your body, and then you can just run it a lot lighter. So here's the comparison. You can see I'm hill striking a lot on the right. This is in the first round, and then this combined with the overstride creates more downward force through the tibia, causing shin splints on my right shin. So basically as I land on my hill, I kind of create a stopping motion, and then this puts extra pressure on the soleus muscle, and then that pulls against the tibia, and then there you go, you get shin splints. So the land soft cue helps you become more aware of landing softer on your feet, and for me it helped me engage my midfoot and my forefoot a bit more. Here you can see some asymmetries in my center of pressure analysis. It's pretty normal to have asymmetries in running, but I'm here to work those out and hopefully reduce the amount of injuries I get in the long run because of it. So note the level in which I'm hill striking here. You'll see this improve over the coming weeks. One thing to note is there's nothing wrong with hill striking, but for me it was the hill striking combined with an overstride that was causing the shin splints. So in week 2, we focused on increasing cadence. Cadence, or steps per minute, combined with stride length will determine your overall pace. A higher cadence usually means a faster pace if stride length stays the same. Higher cadence with a longer stride, faster pace. Higher cadence with a shorter stride, probably a slower pace. A higher cadence also lowers the ground contact time, because obviously you're putting more steps per minute in, so you don't have to put as much load through those steps that you do make, and thus decreases the load through your legs, allowing you to run more efficiently and reduce injury risk. So you can see the load from my heel is already decreased along with my step time, and I'm gradually shifting the force more into my mid and forefoot. So this is just from run soft cue and increasing my cadence. We're already seeing lower levels of load being put through different areas of my feet. So in week 3, the load into my heel is almost fully corrected or fully reduced. This week my pain is decreased and you see I'm dropping off the cadence but increasing my stride length. So it was around this time that I sort of found some middle ground between an increase in pace and I was able to support a load without it feeling painful. In the COP analysis, I'm looking way more symmetrical though, which is a great improvement. So this means that like there's less sort of imbalances and I'm not going to be kind of overcompensating in different areas. And I think that overcompensation of not loading up my left quad was what was causing my left glute to be a bit unhappy, and it was showing itself in my hip feeling a bit sore. I don't know whether this stemmed from the right shin splint or whatever way, or that's just naturally how I run, and increasing the running volume just brought those kind of niggles out, but it's good to see that I'm getting more symmetrical. You can also see I'm beginning to generate a lot more force with my forefoot, but with less ground contact time. So that kind of means I'm becoming more efficient with my energy production because my load is lower, but the force is higher. Now we're in week 4 and after weeks of strength work. So basically after each session, Adrian would also give me some exercises to do to help either load my quad or strengthen my soleus muscle and lower the amount of shin splints. Look out for that in another video. You can see my load has lowered along with my step time and cadence has increased again, showing a level of improved running economy because I'm hitting the ground for less time, hitting the ground more frequently, and the amount of load that's going through my legs is a lot lower. There's still some slight asymmetries in the COP analysis and work to be done with my toe off on my right foot, but it's great to see that I've got to a point where I'm running pain-free and I'm just looking to improve performance versus looking to run pain-free. So check out Adrian at the running room if this is something you're looking to do for yourself, and if you want to get better at running, improve your running economy, get back from injury, all that good stuff. Check it out.
Finish line. Go for it.
There he is.